Numerous human rights groups have repeatedly said that Israel's actions could amount to war crimes or acts of collective punishment, which of course are illegal under international law. But by providing weapons, aid, and political support to Israel, is the United States complicit?
Well, Mark, Israel's not committing any war crimes at all. And, under international law, Israel has the right to defend itself. I think everybody agrees. I think everybody agrees that Israel has the right to eradicate Hamas. Hamas has embedded itself within a civilian population. This is a cynical and a horrible organization. I'm sure you recognize that.
To be clear,
you're interrupting me.
No, you're misrepresenting my statement. I didn't say that Israel doesn't have a right to defend itself. The question is Israel committing war crimes? The right to defend oneself is not unlimited under international law. And so the question is, outside of just saying we have the right to defend ourselves, is it a war crime? You said the international community agrees. The international community doesn't, in fact, agree.
No, the international community agrees that Israel has the right to attack Hamas. Okay, period. I don't think anybody disagrees with that. I don't think there's a single nation in the Arab world.
Yeah, that's not in debate. That's what I'm saying. That's a straw man. No one is arguing that they don't have the right to respond.
Mark,
the question is, do they have? Let's
have a conversation.
I'm trying to. What I'm saying is, that's why I want to avoid the straw man. I don't want to waste your time debating whether or not Israel has a right to defend itself. We agree that it has a right to defend itself against Hamas or to respond to this attack. That's not what's in dispute. The question is, are the attacks proportionate? Are the attacks sufficiently discriminate, i.e. not attacking civilians when it's avoidable? Are they not attacking targets that are deemed untargetable by international law?
Yeah, look, Mark, I don't really care what the UN says. I mean, the UN has not been fair about this issue for the last 50 years. Here is the reality. Under international law, Israel has a right to attack Hamas. Under international law, when you attack an enemy, when you target an enemy, to the extent that there is collateral damage against civilians, it's not against, Mark, you're interrupting me.
No, I'm asking, it's a clarifying question. What law? What law? You said, what law?
I said under the international laws of war.
What international?
Mark,
I'm asking because I'm appealing to your expertise. What international rules of war say that you can attack Hamas in the way that the Israeli state has? Which one?
Every single law of war says.
I need you to name one. Sir, that's not an honest answer. Which one? Just saying international law doesn't make it one. The international law is not a magic book. Which international law?
There is a body of international law that deals with collateral damage. Israel is not targeting a single civilian. They're targeting Hamas. Wherever they identify Hamas, they attack Hamas. If Hamas is embedded with children, Israel will do everything it can to avoid those casualties. I've been in the war room. I've been in the war room when Israel has attacked Hamas back in 2019. Okay, I saw the pains that they take to avoid civilian casualties. Yes, there are casualties of war in every single war. There were casualties right now going on in Ukraine and Russia. I don't hear anybody screaming and yelling about the civilian casualties. A lot more children being killed in Ukraine and Russia.
To say that the international community said nothing about Russia's war crimes is absolutely unfactual. But you said something else that I think is also interesting. You said that there's collateral damage in all war. Targeting a refugee camp, Jabalia refugee camp, is not an example of targeting Hamas and there's just a few casualties. Targeting a refugee camp where there are children, targeting hospitals and mosques and churches are all direct violations of international law, despite the fact that you keep saying that it isn't.
Tell me which hospital that Israel has targeted. Tell me which one. You said Israel targets hospitals. The only hospital that got targeted so far in this war was targeted by Islamic Jihad. It's been proven with certainty, that the headquarters of Hamas is under the Al-Shifa hospital in Gaza City. Now, you know what happened a couple of days ago?
Proven by
Hamas had a big
Mark,
are you going to let me finish?
I can't allow you to. I cannot allow you to say 15 things that are unfactual and not be challenged on them. I'm happy to let you talk, but I'm going to ask clarifying questions. Tell me what independent reference, what source, what investigation has proven that? Who has proven that it's an Al-Shifa hospital since it's been a proven fact? Who proved it?
Israel has presented evidence. Ask the CIA. Ask anybody who studies
the CIA,
this.
Sir.
Yeah. You don't trust the government. You don't trust the American government. You don't trust the Israeli government. Who should we trust? Hamas? You want to trust Hamas? Go ahead, trust Hamas.
Okay. Would you agree that targeting a refugee camp that has children in it and adults who are non-Hamas members, who are not actors in the military, would constitute targeting a civilian?
I completely disagree with that. Completely disagree. If Israel is targeting Hamas in a refugee camp and it's pinpointing its attacks on Hamas, and there is collateral damage, there's collateral damage. That's war. That's called war. W-A-R. That's what it is.
Israel argues that Hamas is everywhere in Gaza, that they're under every hospital, that they're in every university. You agree with that, right? We can agree to that.
No, Israel does not think they're everywhere. Israel thinks that they are where they are.
Again, when you bomb a refugee camp, there's no reason to believe that it's the only way to get at a Hamas target. When a hospital is bombed, there's no reason to believe that's the only way to do this. So why does the entire international community believe that these are war crimes and not you?
Because I think I have an unbiased view, and I think there's a lot of anti-Semitism in the world.
Everything you just said, every point you just disproved, I never said. That's, again, a straw man. What I'm saying is that what I am saying, rather than what you just put in my mouth, which wasn't true, is that it's not a binary. It's not a binary choice. We don't have to choose between letting Hamas do whatever they want and bombing innocent children. We can be strategic, we can be thoughtful, and we can follow international law, which says that you can't blow up mosques and you can't blow up cultural sites. You can't blow up churches. Right? This is international law.
Terrorists embed themselves in mosques, in hospitals, in schools. There have been rocket launchers in mosques, rocket launchers in schools. I mean, you know, you're focusing on a hypothetical set of principles of international law that says don't bomb hospitals, don't bomb schools, don't bomb mosques. I agree. We shouldn't bomb mosques, we shouldn't bomb schools, we shouldn't bomb churches, unless there are terrorists in there that are trying to kill you. Israel does everything it can to move civilians out of harm's way. I mean, they're doing the best they can.